All right, what's up, my brothers? Gonna try do this video in some fading light, but I want to talk about confidence and how to build it up. I had a very interesting call the other week with a younger gentleman. I think he was in his mid-20s, 25, 26 or so, and lost the girl to some other guy at a party. And pretty successful guy, for his age, his life was together, and he just basically looked at it, he just chalked it up like, all right, that sucks. She's a garden tool, let her walk. She showed me who she really is. I'll just move on. But he was struggling with confidence as a result of that. As you would expect, sort of thing. You kind of ego invest into a relationship. And I'm going to put a card up in the top right about what guys need to consider in their 20s when it comes to what they should be doing with their time. And long-term relationships are not part of that equation, if we're being honest. But anyway, back to his story. He was feeling a little bit beat up, and he was beating himself up probably a little bit more than what he should. And we talked for a bit, and he wanted to know how to build his confidence. And it really boils down to two things. It boils down to successes. I'm gonna chalk it up to successes / wins, and number two is having options. So let's deal with winning in life. When you win in life, when you chalk up wins, and it doesn't matter if you're a competitive athlete, if you're an entrepreneur that's growing their business, if you're the top sales guy in your corporation, whatever it is that you do, when you chalk up wins, you feel better. You have more confidence. Statistically speaking, from a scientific angle, you actually have higher blood serum free testosterone levels when you win. They've tested this. You take a sports team that wins the Euro Cup versus the one that loses the Euro Cup, and you were to test their blood labs, you're going to find the serum testosterone levels of the winners are considerably higher. So chalking up wins improves your confidence. It's just natural. So do things that chalk up wins in your life. That might be in your work life. That might be competing, as an athlete, or even if you like to compete in your spare time, mountain biking, racing, whatever it is that you like to do. Chalk up wins. It's good for you. It's going to make you feel more confident and better about yourself. So that's the importance of that part of the equation when it comes to improving your confidence as a guy. Now, the other part of that is having options. Now, when you have options, you're going to be more confident. It kind of leans into something called outcome independence. And all that really means is, regardless of the outcome, your emotional circuitry doesn't change. Like your circuit breakers don't go off. You don't feel like crap. You don't feel amazing. It's outcome independence. Having options is a really, really important part of having outcome independence when it comes to options in your life. It's one of the reasons why in the sphere you hear guys telling other men when they're trying to red pill them, basically, is have some options, spin some plates, date more than one woman simultaneously in a non-monogamous fashion. Because when you have options, if one of them falls off or walks on you or thinks they've got a better opportunity and calls it quits with you, you don't really care because you're outcome independent when it comes to that type of dynamic in that relationship. So if you want to have higher levels of confidence, if you want to feel better about yourself, start chalking up wins in your life, which means competing. And when it comes to competing, video games don't really count. Okay, it's different. Like, you have to physically compete. You have to actually do something in the real world. It has to have a tangible, net positive outcome. When you're competing in your sales department and you blow away everybody else, and you've got a great quarter, and a big bonus comes your way, that's tangible. You can do something, with that. When you win, the next Call of Duty thing or the next World of Warcraft raid, doesn't matter. You can't do anything in the tangible world with that. So competing in the real world, real life, is what I'm talking about, is what really, really matters. That's going to boost your confidence. A lot of guys get really hung up and beat themselves up a lot on the confidence thing, but it's so easy to fix over time when you start chalking up some wins. I was there, guys. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, there was a time in my life, as a younger guy, where I didn't feel that confident. Was afraid to approach women. Didn't have that many wins going on in my life, my work life, stuff like that. I also had confidence issue. Of course, you can see the third-degree burns on my arms, from there. that's been around since I was a toddler, right? That's when that accident happening. So that confidence, in my mind's eye was quite low most of my life until I started to realize that I needed to chalk up some wins and have some options in my life. I had this job once where I felt locked into it, where in my 20s, I was getting paid reasonably well for my age. I mean, I was making slightly more money than most of my friends, but it wasn't really enough to shine. And I didn't have the option to leave that job and take up other opportunities because the options didn't exist. I locked myself down to that one environment, to that one place. I didn't put myself in uncomfortable sorts of environments or opportunities that would expose me to more options, when it came to business opportunities or other employment offers. So don't limit yourself. One, expand your horizons, have some options, and chalk up wins. Do more of that on a regular, consistent basis, and you're not going to feel lack of confidence. You're not going to feel down on yourself. You're not going to beat yourself up that much. So I think on that note, I'm going to start to wrap it up because I'm really losing a lot of sunlight here, and you can probably barely see me. So leave a comment below. Those two things will make a world of difference for you. Having options and successive wins. Do those two things more often than not, your confidence level will improve. By the time you get older, in your 30s or your 40s, you shouldn't really have that much in the way of confidence issues if you've been doing those things for most of your life. Most guys don't understand the importance of this formula and completely skip over it. Don't do that. If you're a younger guy and you're watching this, get started now. I'm basically dedicating this particular video to that young guy that booked me for that one-on-one call to offer a little bit more clarity. But there's a lot of guys out there that can certainly get some more value out of that than just him. So check it out. Smash the like button. If there's somebody out there that needs to see this video, do me a favor, share it with them, and comment below. What are your top tips for improving confidence in your life? See you guys later. Have an amazing day. Peace out.